Over the last 24 hours, this entire market just went crazy. And when I say that, I mean the entire market basically nuked. And we're going to be addressing it. Welcome to the channel, everyone. My name is Nick. For those that are new to the channel, hopefully by the end of this video, you do subscribe. This is what the 1 month looks like in terms of crypto bubbles. Again, barely any green here. For the most part, everything is red. Some of these altcoins are down 34%, 20 plus percent, 40 plus percent. It is absolutely wild. And this is showing you that, for the most part, the retail sector will look at this and say, we are in a bear market. This is not a bull run. There is no way this is what Altseason looks like. Now, if this was my first cycle, I would agree. I would say, how is this a bull run? How is this an Altseason? And we're going to be talking about it. We're going to be addressing it. But first, let's look at a few things. So this is what Bitcoin basically did in the last 24 hours. Now, I am recording this ahead of time. Just want to quickly say that. And the reason why I'm doing this is because I don't care about what happens in the next couple hours. I care about what's going to be happening over the next couple days and into this weekly candle close. Let's be honest, it's very easy to take positions in crypto, but it's extremely hard to actually have a game plan in place when the time comes to take profits. And that's exactly why I released a completely free exit plan that you can apply to literally every single position that you take in crypto. And the best part about it is that it's completely free. All you have to do to get access is go to the link down in the description below and claim your access now. What are you waiting for? Capture those profits, which I'm going to be addressing in this video. But this is the last 7 days. Bitcoin just trailing, waiting for something to happen. Boom, massive drop to over, it was actually under 59K. We're going to look at it on the chart. We're going to be addressing the chart actually. And now we're back above $61,100. Are we going to hold this? We don't know. Nobody knows. But I'm going to give you guys my thought process on this. This is what the 24-hour span looks like right now. And we can actually see that in terms of the last hour. We can look at the last 24 hours. A lot of these altcoins are now up 11%, 20 plus percent, things like that. But again, you got to remember, right? If we click on a random one of these, dog with a hat, great meme coin, right? This is what the 1 year looks like. Although this thing is up in the last 24 hours, 23%, you might be saying like, wow, that's awesome. This is what the 1 year chart looks like. We're barely back to the levels of the beginning of March. So think about where the price action really is right now for a lot of these altcoins and these meme coins. They're not really doing much. They're not having a significant bounce back. They're just having a little bit of a bounce off of their lows, which is giving us a little bit of a false image that, oh, hey, look at altcoins are going crazy, when in all actuality, they're not. Now, one stat that I'm absolutely loving is the Fear and Greed Index. Guys, in the last year, this is the Fear and Greed Index. We are now at the lowest point on the Fear and Greed Index since going all the way back to October. I absolutely love this. And I've told you guys why. When we get a reset of sentiment in this market where we were in extreme greed for days and days, and in weeks we were at, greed and neutral levels. Now we are getting to the fear levels, and I love to see that because even back in September, for an example, we were in fearful levels, and guess what ended up happening? We went crazy for months, going to a massive top, or local top, I should say, in March, and it was just pretty much up only for those months. And now we're having this volatility, this pullback. It's very good, very, very good to see. Now, let's talk about why we start to have a major sell-off. Outside of liquidations cascading on themselves, we saw some pretty bearish posts. Now, I put a spotlight on these bearish posts. I'll address it in this video. We have Bitcoin seems to have carved out a double top pattern suggesting a move towards $50,000. But Friday's core PCE release may offer relief. Over here, we have ETH could fall 30% to 2,400 soon after the now approved spot Ether ETF's launch. This is Mechanism Capital founder and partner Ru Kang. Now, I find these articles very comical because these are just fear-mongering articles, and a significant downtrend or downwards move supports these, and everyone thinks that this is it. This is it. Over here, I said in the last 5 hours, we got a flood of bearish post after bearish post. If this isn't the bottom, I will be very surprised. And here we have Mt. Gox to repay creditors with 142,000 Bitcoin in July of 2024. Again, let's go back to the last 3 times that Mt. Gox repayment FUD was dropped. Big shout out to Pat Trades here. March 6th, 2023, November 22nd, 2023, January 6th, 2024. Look at these dates on this chart. Yeah, we sold off in a big way, but after that, the bottom was in and we went parabolic. Guys, we are either... We probably already saw the bottom, if I'm being honest. I'm just being real with you guys. I'm not trying to sit here and, play games. No, I personally believe that the bottom's in. And once I woke up, I told everyone, I said the price action today is definitely important. The daily close is what I am focused on for Bitcoin. Everyone was panicking. The key target is 60.1K for Bitcoin to close above on the daily. For the weekly close, I'd like to see Bitcoin close above 20 or 62.6K. This is the moment where you must remain calm and patient. Zero change from my post last night. July, we bounce heavily. That's my overall consensus here. Here we have a very interesting RSI MFI on Bitcoin with a recent move. Again, a post from me. MFI, money flow index, just really kind of gives us an insight on how much money is flowing into Bitcoin or even out. Lowest since January 25th, which 2 days prior printed the bottom before going parabolic. RSI, relative strength index, most oversold level since August 2023 when Bitcoin was ranging before we pumped heavily in the fall. Indicators aren't perfect, but considering the sentiment, the bearish headlines, and even the FUD on my timeline, I would say we are close to the bottom. Let's see what the daily close is and go from there. I have an area of interest outlined on this chart in case we absolutely puke, which is 57 to 58K. And this is what that chart looks like. So, RSI, again, you can go all the way back to August. That's where we were pretty much completely oversold. We're basically right there. And MFI, look at the MFI back in January where we bottomed on the 100 daily EMA before we went parabolic to the upside. Again, same levels on this chart. We're basically right at those same levels in terms of MFI. Now, here we have the Bitcoin price chart. Now, this was the area that I was actually really kind of looking at, and it's because the 200 daily EMA is sitting right around 57,993. Now, obviously, some of these levels get front run. This did get front run. We came all the way down to about like 58 point almost 5K. It was like 58 point it was 58,451 just to be exact. Now, the 786, this is why I wanted to see a close over 60,185. We got that. In fact, we could see this next daily candle brewing here, which is today's. We'll see what happens. We want to actually get a close over 62,529. That's what I'm focused on this week for this weekly candle close. Overall, this liquidity hunt, very solid move. We're maintaining the overall trend line here. We're back above the 786. Very good signs. Again, let's look at the RSI. Let's go all the way back here to August, right? Took a few days. We ranged sideways, kind of chopped a little bit in a downtrend. Just give you guys a quick insight. It's what the downtrend basically looked like. And we maintained it, right? We chopped here for a bit of time between all EMAs and that trend line while the RSI was printing bullish divergence. And then we had a pop to the upside. And it took days, right? It took a while. In fact, if we actually look at this, from the first major downward pressure to the complete breakout that started, it was 60 days. Do I think that we have 60 days over here? We could, right? We can go sideways for 60 days. Imagine if we did. This would be the date that we would have a major move by the end of August. Now, do I think that that's going to be the case? No. I actually think that considering volatility, considering how much liquidity is in the market now, considering how much focus on Bitcoin, I think that we start the move very, very early this time. In fact, I would be surprised if by the end of this week, we were not trading well over 62.5K and possibly even well above $66,000. Now, overall, if we look at the MFI, this was, January. Now, this is actually what I'm more so looking at, where we have this major peak bearish candle printed on the chart, and we ran up 37.5%. Guys, this was not that long. It took roughly 23 days. If we are talking about 23 days from our bottom candle here, 23 days would be the middle of July. And if we did jump, we'll just say 30%, right? 30% off of the lows. Again, I'm being very conservative on this because technically we should almost match that percentage, if not, go well over it. We would already be trading at a new all-time high around $76,000. Again, this is a very big possibility. Now, beyond Bitcoin, let's actually look at a few posts here. Number one, I took a trip. I told people I will be back later, have some travel to do. Daily candle close is the key for today. Again, my daily candle close focus was on 61,100 or 60,000, not 61,000, sorry, $60,100. We got that close, perfect. And I said, just got back from a trip. We closed above 60K, even better, above the 786 retracement level. This is a solid and ultimately a good sign. Now we must reclaim 62.5K in the short term to confirm this being the bottom, which in my opinion, it is. Bitcoin dominance continues to drop while Bitcoin continues to move higher too. Altcoins will probably begin a major wave in this market to retest their March highs or even potentially break over them. I told you time and time again, bottoms will never feel like bottoms. The entire sentiment has been so negative, and for the most part, it has felt like a ghost town since March. If this truly is the bottom, 80 to 100K comes next. Enjoy the ride. And yes, I do believe it will. Now, this is what Bitcoin dominance looks like. Again, I don't think upside. I don't think that there's much upside here. Reason why is look at the MFI, right? Here's 2019 before a correction happened. RSI, again, 2019 really kind of topped out. Look at RSI on the 3-week. Guys, it's under the moving average. I don't know if it's going to completely break down here, but the warning signs are there for this to be very weak. Now, also, the 200 weekly EMA, or the 100 weekly EMA, sorry. This blue line on this chart, guys, I just want to say it now. We have not been trading above this blue line since well before 2019. We don't have much price data here, but I would argue that it's been about 2016, maybe 2017, since we've been trading above this EMA. We have been retesting it. 5 weekly candles in a row of potential attempts to break out of this. It is weak. We could break out of it. We could target this 58% level. But what do you think actually happens here? Because in my opinion, as we look at the weekly, yes, it's holding on for dear life to the 20 and even the 200 weekly EMA. We held on to it back here slightly in terms of that 200 weekly EMA, but we've been riding the 20 weekly EMA, that yellow line, for a little bit of time. This looks weak to me. Now, could this impulse? Yeah, but I'm still expecting alt season to happen very, very soon. On the daily, it's teasing us. Look at this nice little tease that it's doing. We lost the 100 weekly EMA. We're attempting to try to break out of it a little bit here. Let's see what happens. Bullish divergence is printed on this chart, as you guys can see, because although, yeah, we've been selling off, price action really isn't making a new high yet, but RSI is showing bullish divergence here as we are, continuing to sell off. So this probably does have another spike up. It's probably going to tease us for a little bit of time, chop a little bit more before alt season officially begins. Now, also in terms of the month of July, let's look back at previous cycles. In terms of those years, 2013, 2015, 2017, 2018, 2020, 2021, 2022. Guys, that's 7 months. 7 months that we've had green Julys. We've only had 4 red Julys. So if we're looking at this, do you think this time around, because it's like a 60% chance that this July is green, do you think that this time around July is green? In my opinion, it will be. Now, talking about Altseason, let's address it. I put out a post talking about the largest Altseason in crypto history is brewing behind the scenes, and I 100% believe it is. I already shared this chart with you guys. We are still on par with this. If we actually go back over here, so this is the total 3, just for reference. Let's go to the total 3. This is what the total 3 looks like. This is the 3 week. This is what this chart looks like right now. Again, we just had a double bottom basically put in on this chart. In my opinion, we are at that same point in time around November, December, and January. It might take a little bit of time, right? We might be in that December timeframe. It might take another month for Altseason to officially begin. It might even take a little bit more time, right? Because of Bitcoin needing to have this significant bounce. Regardless, altcoins are brewing right now. Guys, check out XRP Bitcoin. This Bitcoin pair for XRP, it's been starting to move up. 3 weekly candles in a row, green. Love to see it. Here's the 3 week candle. Again, pretty strong. Not too bad. RSI starting to have a little bit of a move to the upside. By the way, weekly bullish divergence has been printed since going all the way back to April. We're waiting for this. Actually, it's been printing since March. Hbar also showing signs of life against Bitcoin. Cspr also showing signs of life against Bitcoin. Even QNT showing signs of life against Bitcoin. All these charts in terms of altcoins are showing signs of strength against Bitcoin because Bitcoin dominance is weak right now. But is that going to stay the same? Are we going to continue to see Bitcoin dominance selling off? I would love to see it. But even if we have a little bit more time, don't look at that as a bad thing. Look at it as a good thing to accumulate even more of these altcoins to catch this next major wave, which is the last wave where we make all of the money this cycle. I am so excited and I'm very happy to get this complete nuke out of the way because that's what we were waiting for. We finally got it. And in my opinion, this is going to be the start of the next big wave to 80 to 100K. Are you guys ready with me? Comment down below if you are. With that being said, I hope that you guys enjoyed this video. If you guys did, definitely leave a like, subscribe, so notifications on because more free content. You guys are more than welcome to follow me on Twitter and join the free Discord in the description below. And with that being said, guys, it's been Nick. Thanks for watching. Peace out.